The 1960s brought us more than just groundbreaking fashion and cultural revolutions. It was a decade that radiated unparalleled glamour and timeless allure. Among its brightest stars were the iconic leading ladies who transformed cinema with their beauty, charisma, and unforgettable performances. Now we invite you to join us on a journey through time as we take a look at the 25 most loved Hollywood actresses of the 1960s whose enduring legacies continue to captivate audiences today. Number 25. Irene Dunn. Irene Dunn was a true Hollywood gem whose talent sparkled across genres. Known for her beautifully trained soprano voice, she began her career as a singer, which led her to Broadway and eventually the silver screen. Discovered while performing in Showboat, she transitioned to film in her 30s, an age considered late in Hollywood. Dunn's charm and versatility earned her 5 Academy Award nominations for films like The Awful Truth and I Remember Mama. Despite never winning an Oscar, her timing and performances left a lasting impression. Cary Grant, her co-star, famously remarked that she made acting look easy. Dunn remained unbothered by the lack of awards, focusing instead on what truly mattered to her: living well. Whether making audiences laugh or cry, she embodied a quiet brilliance that made her one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses. Number 24. Grace Kelly. Grace Kelly's rise to fame is a tale of grace, determination, and unparalleled charm. Born into a conservative family, she defied expectations by pursuing acting, a bold choice for the daughter of a prominent Philadelphia family. She sharpened her craft in live television dramas in New York before her breakout role in Mogambo, alongside Clark Gable in 1953. Her Hollywood career was brief but glittering, marked by her collaborations with Alfred Hitchcock in classics like Rear Window, Dial M for Murder, and To Catch a Thief. Grace's performance in The Country Girl earned her an Academy Award, triumphing over Hollywood heavyweight Judy Garland. At just 26, she left Hollywood for a real-life fairy tale, marrying Prince Rainier of Monaco and becoming a princess. Tragically, her life was cut short in 1982 due to a car accident, but her legacy as Hollywood royalty remains eternal, blending timeless elegance with unmatched talent. Number 23. Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn's life was a blend of elegance, resilience, and compassion. Born in Belgium, she aided the Dutch resistance during World War II, an experience that shaped her indomitable spirit. Her Hollywood debut in Roman Holiday earned her an Oscar, a BAFTA, and a Golden Globe, a triple crown that announced her as a star. Known for her iconic roles in Breakfast at Tiffany's, My Fair Lady, and Funny Face, Hepburn's charm and grace transcended the screen. Beyond Hollywood, she dedicated her later years to humanitarian work as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, tirelessly advocating for children in need. Hepburn's life came to a poignant end in 1993 when she succumbed to cancer. Her legacy endures as a beacon of beauty, talent, and humanity, a rare star whose light continues to inspire generations. Number 22. Olivia de Havilland. Born in Japan in 1916 to British parents, Olivia de Havilland's journey to stardom began with a twist of fate. Her fragile health prompted a move to sunny California, where a school play changed her life. Spotted by director Max Reinhardt during her performance in A Midsummer Night's Dream, Olivia was cast in his stage adaptation and later in Warner Brothers' film version. Known for her on-screen chemistry with Errol Flynn, she starred in swashbuckling classics like The Adventures of Robin Hood and Captain Blood. However, her defining role came as the kind-hearted Melanie in Gone with the Wind. Despite early Oscar snubs, Olivia later won 2 Academy Awards for To Each His Own and The Heiress. In 1960, she moved to Paris, embracing a quieter life. Olivia's elegance, resilience, and talent cemented her as one of Hollywood's greatest icons. Number 21. Bette Davis. Bette Davis didn't just act. She dominated the screen with an intensity few could match. Regarded as the second greatest female star by the American Film Institute, Davis began her career in the early 1930s. After a slow start, Warner Brothers signed her, and she quickly proved her mettle, winning her first Oscar for Dangerous in 1935. The following years saw her as the fiery Southern belle in Jezebel, earning another Academy Award, and as the tragic heroine in Dark Victory. The 1940s marked Davis's peak, with standout performances in The Letter and Now, Voyager. Even as she aged, her talent never waned, with All About Eve cementing her place as one of Hollywood's greatest. Known for her no-nonsense attitude, Davis wasn't afraid to challenge co-stars or executives. With over 100 roles to her name, she remains an icon of strength, ambition, and enduring brilliance in cinema history. All right, now, let's talk about Number 20. Marleene Dietrich. Marleene Dietrich was Hollywood's ultimate femme fatale, blending mystery, allure, and sophistication. Born in Germany in 1901, she rose to fame in Berlin's cabaret scene before director Joseph von Sternberg discovered her. Their collaborations, including The Blue Angel and Morocco, showcased Dietrich's enigmatic presence and sultry charisma. Sternberg's meticulous lighting turned her into an icon, with her striking cheekbones and magnetic gaze captivating audiences. Dietrich didn't shy away from reinvention, excelling in westerns like Destry Rides Again and comedies like A Foreign Affair. After World War II, she focused on her singing career, performing across the globe. Her final notable roles, including Witness for the Prosecution, solidified her legendary status. Dietrich spent her later years in seclusion, but remains a symbol of timeless allure, a trailblazer who mastered the art of reinvention. Number 19. Susan Hayward. Susan Hayward's fiery spirit matched her signature red hair, and her journey to stardom was as dramatic as her roles. Born in Brooklyn, she moved to Hollywood in 1937, ambitiously auditioning for Gone with the Wind. Though she didn't land the role, Hayward's determination was unstoppable. She found early success in films like Cecil B. DeMille's Reap the Wild Wind, and eventually earned acclaim for powerful performances in I'll Cry Tomorrow and With a Song in My Heart. Her role as a condemned woman in I Want to Live earned her an Academy Award, cementing her legacy. Tragically, Hayward's life was cut short in 1975 due to brain cancer, believed to be linked to filming near nuclear test sites. Despite her untimely death, Hayward remains an emblem of grit and talent, her performances etched into Hollywood's golden age. Number 18. Katherine Hepburn. She was a cinematic trailblazer, a woman who redefined Hollywood's standards of strength and independence. Known as the First Lady of Cinema, Hepburn holds the record for the most Oscar wins, earning 4 Best Actress trophies. Born into a progressive family, her upbringing fostered her fearless nature. After honing her craft on Broadway, she made her mark in films like Morning Glory and Bringing Up Baby. Despite being dubbed box office poison in the 1930s, she staged a triumphant comeback with The Philadelphia Story. Hepburn's partnership with Spencer Tracy produced classics like Adam's Rib and Woman of the Year. Her career spanned decades, culminating in unforgettable performances in The Lion in Winter and on Golden Pond. Hepburn's unapologetic individuality and unparalleled talent made her a Hollywood legend who remains unmatched in her brilliance. Number 17. Ingrid Bergman. Ingrid Bergman's talent was as luminous as her on-screen presence. Born in Sweden, she began her acting career in her homeland before catching the eye of Hollywood producer David O. Selznick. Her American debut, Intermezzo, was the first step in a career that would include some of cinema's most iconic films. In Casablanca, she became the unforgettable Ilsa Lund, while her collaborations with Alfred Hitchcock in Spellbound and Notorious showcased her dramatic range. Bergman won 3 Academy Awards, including one for her portrayal in Gaslight and another for Anastasia. Her personal life was as dramatic as her roles. She caused a scandal by leaving her husband and daughter to marry Italian director Roberto Rossellini. Together, they created films and a family, including daughter Isabella Rossellini. Bergman's career ended on a high note with Autumn Sonata. She passed away on her 67th birthday, a peaceful ending for a lovable actress. Number 16. Joan Fontaine. Joan Fontaine's life was as dramatic as the roles she played. Born in Japan to British parents, she followed her older sister, Olivia de Havilland, into Hollywood, sparking a sibling rivalry that became legendary. Their feud reached a climax at the 1942 Oscars, where Joan won Best Actress for Suspicion, beating Olivia. Fontaine's ethereal beauty and nuanced performances made her a favorite in films like Rebecca and Jane Eyre. Despite her success, Fontaine's Hollywood career began to slow in the 1960s. She transitioned to Broadway and later retired to a villa in Carmel, embracing a quieter life. Fontaine's autobiography revealed a sharp wit and a life full of intrigue. Though her rivalry with her sister often overshadowed her achievements, Joan Fontaine's legacy is one of elegance, talent, and a knack for making even the most complex characters unforgettable, which continues to inspire many actresses today. Number 15. Claudette Colbert. Born in Saint-Mandé, France, Claudette Colbert was destined to shine on stage and screen. At just 3 years old, her family relocated to the United States, setting the stage for a remarkable journey into stardom. Beginning on Broadway, Colbert transitioned seamlessly to Hollywood with the advent of sound in cinema. She quickly became a leading lady at Paramount, dazzling in Cecil B. DeMille's productions, including her unforgettable portrayal of Cleopatra in 1934. However, her defining moment came when she starred in It Happened One Night for Columbia Pictures. The film swept the Oscars, with Colbert clinching Best Actress, solidifying her place in Hollywood history. Known for her versatility, she delivered standout performances in classics like Imitation of Life and The Palm Beach Story. By the 1950s, Colbert shifted her focus to television and stage, leaving behind a legacy of elegance, charm, and trailblazing talent. She was cute. Number 14. Vivian Lee. Vivian Lee didn't just play iconic characters, she became them. Born to British parents in India, Lee captivated audiences as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind, earning her first Academy Award. Her second Oscar came for her haunting portrayal of Blanche Dubois in A Streetcar Named Desire. On stage, she dazzled alongside her husband, Laurence Olivier, in productions that showcased her immense range. Lee also left her mark in films like Waterloo Bridge and Ship of Fools, though Hollywood often underestimated her brilliance. Despite her luminous career, Lee battled bipolar disorder and tuberculosis, struggles that added a layer of vulnerability to her life and performances. Tragically, she passed away at 53, but her legacy remains an enduring testament to her talent. Lee was more than an actress. She was a force of nature, blending beauty, grit, and brilliance into every role she touched. She was a legend. Number 13. Lauren Bacall. Lauren Bacall was the epitome of cool sophistication. Born Betty Joan Persky in New York, her journey to stardom began as a fashion model before a chance encounter with the wife of director Howard Hawks changed everything. At just 19, she made her film debut in To Have and Have Not, sharing the screen and undeniable chemistry with Humphrey Bogart, who became her husband. Bacall's husky voice and sultry gaze were unforgettable, propelling her to stardom. The couple's on-screen collaborations, including The Big Sleep and Key Largo, remain classics. Bacall proved her range in the 1950s, with roles in Written on the Wind and How to Marry a Millionaire. After Bogart's death in 1957, she balanced stage and screen work, delivering powerful performances in Murder on the Orient Express and Dogville. Bacall's elegance, wit, and magnetic presence solidified her as one of the most beautiful and unique Hollywood icons. Number 12. Rita Hayworth. This love goddess was a vision of glamour and grace. Born Margarita Carmen Cancino to a family of dancers, she blended her parents' dreams by becoming both an accomplished dancer and a movie star. With over 60 films to her name, Hayworth dazzled in musicals like CoverGirl and You Were Never Lovelier and reached iconic status with Gilda, where her sultry allure captivated audiences. Her personal life was equally cinematic. 2 top-profile marriages, including one to Orson Welles and another to Prince Ali Khan, saw her transform into Hollywood royalty and a real-life princess. Later in life, Hayworth became an advocate for Alzheimer's awareness, courageously publicizing her diagnosis. She passed away in 1987, leaving behind a legacy of beauty, talent, and resilience, forever remembered as one of Hollywood's most enchanting stars. Number 11. Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford's journey from humble beginnings in San Antonio, Texas, to the pinnacle of Hollywood glamour is the stuff of legend. Born Lucille Fay LeSueur, she started as a chorus girl before MGM recognized her undeniable star power. Crawford's on-screen personas of hard-working, independent women struck a chord with Depression-era audiences. Her pairing with Clark Gable in hits like Possessed and Dancing Lady only elevated her fame. While the 1940s saw a dip in her popularity, Crawford roared back with Mildred Pierce, earning her an Academy Award for Best Actress. Her career thrived into the 1950s, with memorable roles in Johnny Guitar and Sudden Fear. Her fiery collaboration with Bette Davis in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane added another chapter to her storied career. Off-screen, Crawford's personal life, including her controversial portrayal in Mommy Dearest, added layers to her fascinating legacy. She remains a symbol of resilience and Hollywood's golden age. All right, now, let's head over to number 10. Judy Garland. Judy Garland's voice was her magic wand, captivating audiences from her early days in vaudeville to her reign in Hollywood. Born Frances Ethel Gumm, she entered showbiz at 13, and while MGM initially struggled to find roles for her, they struck gold with her cheerful musicals alongside Mickey Rooney, like Babes in Arms. But it was The Wizard of Oz that immortalized her as Dorothy, winning her a juvenile Oscar for her iconic performance. Garland's career flourished with over 20 films at MGM and an Oscar nomination for A Star is Born. However, behind the glamour was a life fraught with personal struggles. 4 marriages, low self-esteem, and an addiction to barbiturates. Tragically, her star dimmed too soon when she passed away at just 47 in 1969. Despite her challenges, Garland's legacy as a Hollywood legend remains unshakable. Number 9. Carole Lombard. Carole Lombard's story began with a tomboy's baseball game in Los Angeles, where her talent was discovered at just 12. She transitioned from silent films to talkies effortlessly, her melodic voice perfectly suited for the new era. Known as the Queen of Screwball Comedy, she dazzled in films like My Man Godfrey, earning an Oscar nomination. Her comedic timing was unparalleled, evident in her collaborations with Fred MacMurray and Alfred Hitchcock's Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Lombard's personal life was as star-studded as her career. Her marriage to Clark Gable was Hollywood royalty at its finest. Tragically, Lombard's life was cut short in a 1942 plane crash while returning from a war bond tour. At just 33, her sparkling wit and effervescent charm left an indelible mark on Hollywood, cementing her as one of its brightest stars. Number 8. Barbara Stanwyck. Barbara Stanwyck's life was the ultimate rags-to-riches story. From a challenging childhood as an orphan to a career as one of Hollywood's most versatile actresses, she embodied resilience. Known for her ability to effortlessly transform into any character, she excelled in roles as diverse as the femme fatale in Double Indemnity and the nurturing mother in Stella Dallas. Stanwyck mastered screwball comedy in The Lady Eve and shone in westerns like The Furies. Her success wasn't tied to the studio system. She carved her path independently, earning 4 Oscar nominations before finally receiving an honorary Academy Award in 1982. Despite personal hardships, she carried herself with dignity and strength, leaving behind a legacy of over 80 films and a reputation as one of Hollywood's finest actresses. Number 7. Doris Day. Doris Day's journey to stardom was anything but ordinary. A devastating car accident ended her dreams of being a dancer, but it also unearthed her hidden gift, a voice that would enchant millions. Known for her hit Sentimental Journey, Day transitioned from a chart-topping vocalist to a Hollywood leading lady. Her sunny persona lit up musicals like Calamity Jane, but she also proved her dramatic depth in Love Me or Leave Me and Alfred Hitchcock's The Man Who Knew Too Much. Day's iconic partnership with Rock Hudson in romantic comedies like Pillow Talk cemented her as the top female box office star of her time. Despite her cheery on-screen image, Day faced personal challenges with grace. Later in life, she became an animal welfare advocate, further endearing her to fans. Doris Day remains an emblem of Hollywood's golden charm. Number 6. Rosalind Russell. Rosalind Russell was Hollywood's queen of wit, blending charm and comedic genius into every role. Known for her sophisticated comedic timing, she shone in films like The Women, where her portrayal of the snarky Sylvia Fowler became iconic. Her rapid-fire dialogue and sharp wit dazzled audiences in His Girl Friday, where she redefined the career woman archetype. Though famous for screwball comedies, Russell's talent wasn't confined to laughter. Her dramatic prowess earned her Oscar nominations for Morning Becomes Electra and My Sister Eileen. In the 1950s, she delivered unforgettable performances in Auntie Mame and Gypsy. Off-screen, Russell led a private life with her husband and son, eschewing the Hollywood spotlight. Her remarkable versatility and ability to command the screen made her one of cinema's most cherished talents, a woman who could make you laugh, cry, and marvel all at once. Number 5. Greta Garbo. Greta Garbo was the embodiment of mystery and elegance. Born in Sweden, she caught Hollywood's eye with her work in silent films like Flesh and the Devil. Her transition to talkies was seamless, delivering acclaimed performances in Anna Christie and Grand Hotel. By 1932, Garbo was so influential she had creative control over her projects, unheard of for the time. Her portrayal of a courtesan in Camille earned her an Oscar nomination, while her iconic line, "I want to be alone," in Grand Hotel became synonymous with her reclusive persona. Garbo retired at 35, choosing a life of solitude in New York, far from the Hollywood spotlight. She never married or had children, letting her work speak for itself. Her mystique, unmatched talent, and retreat from fame solidified her as one of cinema's most enigmatic legends. Now let's move to Number 4. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe's life was a whirlwind of glamour, complexity, and tragedy. Born Norma Jean Mortensen, her childhood was marred by instability, but she rose to global fame through sheer determination. Discovered while working in a factory during World War II, she quickly became a pin-up sensation before Hollywood took notice. Monroe's blend of vulnerability and allure captivated audiences in films like Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, How to Marry a Millionaire, and Some Like It Hot. Despite her success, she yearned for deeper roles, studying method acting to break free from the dumb blonde stereotype. Her final film, The Misfits, hinted at the depth she aspired to achieve. Tragically, Monroe's life was cut short at 36 due to a barbiturate overdose. Beyond her iconic image, Marilyn remains a symbol of ambition, fragility, and the pursuit of artistic freedom. Number 3. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor, with her mesmerizing violet eyes, was a force of nature in Hollywood. Starting as an MGM child prodigy, she swiftly transitioned into more mature roles that showcased her unparalleled talent. The 1950s were her breakout years, with performances alongside Montgomery Clift and Rock Hudson in classics like A Place in the Sun and Giant. Her turn as the troubled wife in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof earned her an Oscar nomination, and she later clinched 2 Academy Awards for Butterfield 8 and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Off-screen, Taylor's life was as dramatic as her roles. Lavish, passionate, and marked by 8 marriages. Beyond the glitz, she was a humanitarian pioneer, dedicating her later years to AIDS research and philanthropy. Number 2. Ginger Rogers. Ginger Rogers wasn't just Fred Astaire's partner. She was a star in her own right, performing everything he did, backward and in heels. Born Virginia Catherine McMath, Rogers dazzled audiences with her grace, wit, and impeccable timing. Her partnership with Astaire in classics like Top Hat and Swing Time defined the golden age of Hollywood. But she didn't stop at dancing. Rogers showcased her comedic brilliance in Bachelor Mother and her dramatic chops in Kitty Foyle, earning her an Academy Award. She seamlessly balanced glamour and relatability, making her a beloved figure on and off screen. By the mid-1960s, Rogers retired from film, leaving behind an autobiography that offered fans a glimpse into her extraordinary life. Ginger Rogers' legacy is one of elegance, versatility, and undeniable talent, a performer who truly did it all. Number 1. Jean Harlow. Jean Harlow, Hollywood's original blonde bombshell, rewrote the rules of stardom. At just 16, she eloped and found herself in Los Angeles, where fate led her to Howard Hughes's Hell's Angels. Nicknamed Baby, Harlow quickly became MGM's darling, starring in hits like Platinum Blonde, Bombshell, and Libeled Lady. Her comedic chops and electrifying presence paired perfectly with legends like Clark Gable in films like Dinner at 8. Yet behind the glamour was a fragile figure. Harlow's health deteriorated while filming Saratoga, and at only 26, she succumbed to kidney disease, leaving Hollywood in shock. To complete the film, a double was used, but it still broke box office records. Her charisma and allure inspired generations, with Marilyn Monroe famously idolizing her. Jean Harlow's legacy as the vibrant, trailblazing baby of Hollywood endures to this day. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.